Welcome to the 2016 Westphal College graduation ceremony. Please be seated. Welcome soon-to-be graduates, their parents, family, and friends, our faculty, our staff, and all of our other guests. And let me also welcome our distinguished guests today, our Board of Trustee member, Nina Henderson, John DiNardo, the Senior Vice President of the university and a proud parent of a graduate. Lori Doyle, Head of University Communication and a proud parent of a graduate. Dr. Susan Aldridge. I am Alan Sabinson. I am the Dean of the Antoinette Westphal College of Media Arts and Design. And on behalf of the faculty and staff of the college and university, it is a great pleasure to welcome you to the university's 129th commencement. It is an honor to tell you something I've told some of you recently and others have, but I have many more to come. Congratulations to the class of 2016. We thank you for the privilege of getting to work with you, getting to mentor you, to educate you, and to learn from you. And now we wish you the very best in your new journey, wherever they will lead you. We're proud of what you've accomplished, and we wish you enormous success as you go out as a Drexel alumni. I'm pleased to announce that we are joined by the faculty and staff of the college, the very people who have taught you and become your friends and admirers. It's now my pleasure to introduce Benjamin Baker. Benjamin is graduating with you today with his Master's of Science in Museum Leadership. Prior to enrolling in our graduate program, Benjamin earned his undergraduate degree in business from the LeBeau College of Business. He's earned straight A's in his program, and he served as the graduate assistant and a project manager at Drexel's Academy of Natural Sciences Museum. Danielle Rice, the program director of Museum Leadership, described Benjamin as entrepreneurial, energetic, simply a wonderful guy. Please welcome Benjamin Baker, who will speak on behalf of all of our graduate students.
Thank you, Dean Sabinson. Good afternoon, my fellow graduates of the Antoinette Westphal College of Media Arts and Design. Hello to distinguished faculty members here with us today, to those in attendance and those lurking on the interwebs. I first want to offer my congratulations to each of you that will be walking across this stage in a little bit to get your degree. It's definitely a job well done. I also want to thank all the people who helped us get here. And for me personally, I want to say thanks, Dad. Obviously, we'll all be going in different directions from here, but we always share at least one trait, and as we are now officially part of the Drexel Dragons community. That's what I want to focus on today, community. It can be defined in two ways. The first refers to a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. The second definition of community is a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of common attitudes, interests, and/or goals. By that first definition, we already have a bunch of shared communities, whether it's this Drexel community, the Philadelphia community, or even that most of us are millennials here. However, it's that second definition that I'd like to focus on today. We all started here with the common goal of getting a degree from Drexel. The motivations behind that goal varied, I'm sure, but here we are now reaching that goal. Despite our diverging paths, I urge each of you to truly become a part of your community. To me, it's the reflection of the relationships we're able to cultivate and the bonds we form by working together. There's a lot of creativity in the room today. Many of you will go on to use that creativity in your job, and it will be a driving force in your career. Don't lose it. Don't get too caught up in life that you lose sight of the desires that brought you on this journey. Harness that creativity and put it to work in all facets of your life. Today, I'm having my master's degree in museum leadership conferred, which, yes, we're a small program, but we do exist. One of the concepts we returned to in almost all of my classes was that a museum or other nonprofit arts organization must play a vital role in its respective community if it is to survive and hopefully thrive. It must reflect the people who live there, and it must appeal to their common attitudes, interests, and goals. I think that's also true not only of for-profit organizations, but more importantly, individuals as well. Sorry, lost my spot. You become a reflection of it, and you become a better, oh, that's not the right spot, I'm sorry. But more importantly, thanks. When you put yourself out there, volunteer locally, continue to learn from others and help others, you build the type of relationships that are needed for a community to flourish. You become a reflection of it, and you become a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. Artists, designers, and creative industry professionals may not be seen as community builders, but each of you can play an integral role in the development and advancement of your own. A vibrant community is one that has an open dialogue amongst its inhabitants and works to collectively advance the culture within it. Go be a part of that dialogue. Go shape that culture. Go show the world that there is strength in the Drexel Westphal community and that we Dragons can lead the charge. I want to leave you with a quote from the Dalai Lama that's resonated with me for a very long time. There are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday, and the other is called tomorrow. So today is the right day to love, believe, do, and mostly live. Thank you, and congratulations again to all of you.
Thank you, Benjamin, for your remarks, and congratulations to you and your father and your family. It's now my pleasure to introduce Virginia Thierman, who is representing seniors in our 17 undergraduate majors. Virginia is graduating magna cum laude. She is a double major from the Design and Merchandising program and our very first art history major graduate. Virginia completed her co-op working in the Robert and Penny Fox costume collection, where she played a significant role in our acclaimed Immortal Beauty exhibition. While completing her education this term, Virginia's been working at the Museum of Modern Art as a collections management assistant. Virginia was recommended to be our undergraduate speaker by Dr. Pierre Brancaccio, who is the program director in art history, and Catherine Fox Byers, the program director of D&M. They have both told me she is highly intelligent, she is curious, and she is a wonderful ambassador for the college. Virginia?
Thank you, Dean Sabinson, for the introduction. Welcome, class of 2016, and welcome faculty, family, friends, and support network. No matter how you're related to one of the graduates, the fact that you're here today means we couldn't have done this without you. In recent years, the term adulting has come into existence. It describes an uncertainty faced by our generation, a sardonic comment on the overwhelming anxiety we have when faced with the responsibilities of everyday life and the pressure of making everything seem fabulously effortless. Drexel students are especially familiar with adulting right around week 9, when we're so desperate for the term to be over that we wear entire outfits made of stretch jersey, and even the Hans seems appetizing because at least we wouldn't have to cook dinner ourselves. Here at graduation, faced with the outside world and the rest of our futures, whether predestined or completely foggy, stretching out in front of us, adulting seems like a terrifying concept. We're grateful for the freedom, sure. We can put down the X-Acto knives, the paintbrushes, the fabric swatches, the laptop, for half a minute and breathe while we receive this diploma. Then we have to pick them back up again and do this for real without the safety net. We have to adult. Some of us have already done this. At this time, I would like to say thank you to the graduates and family members here today who have served in our armed forces. Your service means more than most of us can fully comprehend. For those of us just getting out of school and taking on real life for the first time, here's the thing you have to remember. We've already done this. The co-op program has prepared us for this in a way that only a few other university graduates can appreciate. Not only have we spent the last 4 years working towards building our skills, but we've already done a job search, gone through rounds of vague and terrifying interviews, and landed our first jobs. Maybe not our dream jobs, but jobs that taught us something, even if the lesson was that we don't want to do that ever again. For nearly half of us, 46%, the experience at our co-op was so great that we will be returning to one of these jobs to start post-grad life. We can do this. We can adult. Because Drexel looked at us as university students and knew that we could do more. Now we're graduates, so we're armed with all the knowledge we could ever possibly need, right? Some of us will go on to graduate programs. Some of us have already inked contracts for industry jobs. And some of us don't have a clue what's happening beyond next week. But we'll figure it out, because if there's anything the grueling quarter system taught us, it was how to adult and fast. Graduation just means that the next 3/4 of our entire lives are coming next, and we couldn't be more ready, whether we believe it or not. Cheers, class of 2016. We have chased this dragon, and now it is time to go out and live it. Thank you.
Thank you, Virginia. Congratulations to you and your family. Jane Golden is the founder and the executive director of the City of Philadelphia's Mural Arts Program. If you're a... She's worthy of applause. If you're a resident of our city, you have surely seen, and you may even have participated in the creation of more than 3,800 public works of art created under Jane's leadership. If you're new or visiting, I encourage you to take a tour of the world's largest outdoor art gallery created through the Mural Arts innovative partnerships with the City of Philadelphia, community-based agencies, nonprofit organizations, schools, the private sector, and philanthropists. The Mural Arts Program serves to empower artists to be change agents. It stimulates dialogue about critical issues, and it builds bridges between artists and their communities. The cover of the recent Mural Arts publication read, "We create great art that ignites transformation. We celebrate our impact and the many great ways we change people, places, and practice." They certainly do all of that, and it is for those reasons that we're honored to have Jane speak today as she continually harnesses the power of art to make the world a better place.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Congratulations. Woo. So good afternoon. It's an honor to be here today, and I want to thank Dean Sabinson for the privilege of speaking to you. When I considered what I might say that could be helpful, I thought back to a time when I was excited about life's possibilities, but unsure of my direction. I just graduated from Stanford University with a degree in fine arts and political science. I thought I'd be a lawyer or an artist, but the part of me that wanted to be a painter won out. And I was told by my professors at school that if I wanted to be a really good painter, I would spend a lot of time alone, painting and doing not much else. They encouraged me to get a studio and a mundane job, and I did just that. In LA, I got a job that I didn't really like. It was very boring. I got a studio, and I was painting, and I loved the painting. But to be honest, the solitary existence started to wear on me. One day, I picked up a copy of the LA Times, and I read about the Los Angeles mural program. They were giving small grants to local artists to create murals throughout Los Angeles. I was intrigued. I had seen pictures of murals in the 1930s, and I read about Diego Rivera and the Mexican muralists, and I loved murals. The murals in Los Angeles at that time were extraordinary. The idea of creating art in a social context appealed to me. Maybe I could be an artist, I thought, and not disconnect from the world. So I called the number in the article, but I was told the grant cycle had passed. But I went to work anyway. I found a wall. I created a design. And a week later, I called them back. I pleaded with them, could I please submit a late application? They said no. The deadline had passed. So I said, okay. So I thought, because I don't ever hear no. And that's a good lesson. If anyone says no, ignore them. So then I drove down, that's right. So I drove downtown and I dropped my application off. And then I proceeded to call them every day for 3 months. Tenacity. Finally, after 3 months, they called me and they said, is this Jane Golden? And I said, yes, it is. They said, we hope we never hear from you again, but you have the grant. Yay. I know. It's how I made it through 5 mayors. I'm a pest. A few weeks later, I found myself painting my first mural, and it was amazing and inspiring. Every day people came and watched and asked questions and visited with us and talked about political issues and community issues. And I thought, this is why I like murals. I like murals because they make art accessible to everyone. Even before the mural was fully painted, it became a focal point in that community. Soon after that, mural painting became my passion. But then I had a big setback. I developed a chronic illness that made me too weak to paint. I was told I wouldn't live very long. I have lupus. So I came home to Margate, New Jersey, where I grew up, and I moved in with my parents to recover my strength. Again, I was very unsure of my future. A year later, in the waiting room at Hahnemann Hospital, I picked up the Philadelphia Inquirer, and I read about former Mayor Wilson Good's plans for an anti-graffiti program. His idea was to try to redirect the creative energy of graffiti writers with a more positive direction. The Anti-Graffiti Network, he said, was going to include an art component. I immediately applied for the job. If young graffiti artists would pledge to give up writing on walls and put in time on cleanup crews, they could join the program as paid apprentices and leave their mark on the city in big, bold, permanent ways. This was so intriguing to me, and I was so lucky to get this job. For $12,500 a year, which was my salary, I was hired to run a small art component of anti-graffiti. And the results were remarkable. The kids learned about composition and color and brushstrokes, but they also learned about teamwork and self-discipline and responsibility. More importantly, they began to believe in their own potential. I also saw firsthand the impact of public art on communities. In neglected areas where the only other city workers were the police, the murals became a sign of hope. People talked to us about their stories, their histories, their struggles, their aspirations. And in effect, these works of art became a visual map of human experiences in Philadelphia. In 1996, the Anti-Graffiti Network was closed down. It was a sad moment, but sometimes what seems like a setback becomes an opportunity. Around that time, I applied and got into law school after all those years. Soon after I got into law school, my brother, who is a lawyer, said, "I don't think you want to go to law school." And I was like, "What do you think I want to do?" He said, "I think you'd like to run an art program for the city." I said, "There isn't one." He said, "Well, go start one." So I went to see our former mayor, Ed Rendell, and I asked him if he would consider creating an art program. And to my great astonishment and gratitude, he said yes. In 1997, I was hired to run the Mural Arts program. No longer anti-anything, Mural Arts was established as a public art program dedicated to bringing beauty and opportunities to every citizen of our city. Now, 19 years and thousands of murals later, our work has proliferated and expanded in scale, in scope, and complexity. Our stakeholders have grown from a small group of neighbors to city departments, transit systems. We work with artists from Philadelphia and around the globe. We work with young people, thousands of them, businesses, and residents far and wide. We have expanded our work into schools and shelters and prisons and family court, working with veterans, new immigrants, and beyond. But despite all this growth and movement, our philosophy remains the same. We see public art as a partnership between the artist and the community, a creative collaboration expressing the vision of the artist while reflecting the concerns, the spirit, and the ideas of citizens across our city. You know, during this time at Mural Arts, I've seen enormous changes in Philadelphia and changes in our organization. It's very tangible. But I want to talk for a minute about how the work has changed me. It's made me more hopeful, even when the issues we grapple with seem complex and intractable. Despite great odds, I see collective support, I see love, I see a hunger for beauty. It has taught me to recognize my own privilege and to look for ways to harness that privilege to assist those with fewer supports. It has made me less judgmental and more empathetic. Teaching mural painting in prisons has helped me see the men and women there as complex human beings, responsible for doing harm, but capable of doing great good as well. And most of all, I have learned to be incredibly grateful for the gift of meaningful work. You know, my job is challenging, sometimes overwhelming, but I feel incredibly fortunate because I wake up in the morning to do work that I believe is worth doing. In preparing for today, I thought, how did I get here? I thought back to those days in Los Angeles, in that studio, wondering what I would do with my life. For me, it was partly luck, partly determination, but it also had to do with being open to opportunities. And as I look into this audience filled with extraordinary energy and passion and talent, I have a few suggestions. To find your life's work, remember to hold on to your creativity. It is precious and needed in today's world. Understand that you might have to invent your own category. Pay close attention to your instincts. If you find yourself in a deadening situation, be courageous and willing to make a change. When you find work that opens your heart and ignites your spirit, follow it fearlessly. Do not shy away from asking critical questions, and don't back away from the difficult and the complex. And finally, have faith that it is possible to find work that matches your gifts and work that makes a difference in the world. This is not going to be easy. You're going to face obstacles, goodness knows I have, and it may require financial sacrifice, and it may require more than one career change, but believe me, there is nothing more important in life. Your future is full of challenges to be met, opportunities to be embraced, and relationships to be cultivated. This is a world that needs transformation, and I know you have the potential to be the spark and provide the light. At Mural Arts, we believe deeply and passionately that art ignites change, that the power to think out of the box is invaluable. Traditional ways of responding to problems are going to inevitably fail us, and this is where the arts come in. This is where you come in. I'm going to end with a quote by Maureen O'Connell, a theology professor who did her postdoc work on the murals of Philadelphia and spirituality. She says, "Social change begins when human beings try to make sense of their lives and defiantly refuse to accept the notion that nothing new is possible because something new is always possible." As I look out in this room, and I know and feel your creative spirit, I have great hope in what is to come, in what is possible. I find that liberating, thrilling, and powerful, and it makes me look forward to all that is about to unfold for you. And remember that art ignites change. Congratulations.
Jane, you are an inspiration. Thank you. Jane, at the university commencement tomorrow, will be receiving an honorary degree from the university, and we have but a small token of thanks from the college. Now we want to acknowledge those students who have received academic honors while at Drexel. I would like to recognize those undergraduate students who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement at Drexel as reflected in their final grade point average. Students who graduate with a GPA between 3.5 and 3.7 are designated cum laude with honors. Will cum laude graduates please stand? Those graduating with a GPA of 3.7 to 3.9 are designated magna cum laude, or with outstanding honor. Will our magna cum laude graduates please stand and be recognized? Students graduating with a GPA of 3.9 or higher, this is not easy to do, they're designated summa cum laude, or with highest honors. Will our summa cum laude graduates please stand? Congratulations to all of you. It's now time to individually recognize all of our graduates assembled today. The names of our graduates will be announced by Deborah Rubin, who's the Program Director of Interior Design and an Associate Professor in the Department of Architecture and Interior Design, and Larry Epstein, the Department Head of Arts and Entertainment Enterprise and a professor in that department.
Marshals, will you please escort our Master of Science graduates to the stage to be individually recognized and congratulated by Dean Sabinson and their program director.
it. Yep. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Arts Administration Online and their program director, Jean Brody. Kyle Jackson. Roberta Johnson. Alexandra Roca. Rolanda Williams. Lindsay Roberts. Candace Musselman. Daniel Lewis. Daniel. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Arts Administration on campus and their program director, Julie Hawkins. Hannah Reckshafen. Tinsha Ford. Margaret Walensky. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from digital media and their department head, Dr. Michael Wagner. Anna Nguyen. Joseph Jalbert. Ethan Birch. Jonathan Mercado. Kailin Huang. Joshua Cohn. Chelsea Myers. Erica Kleinman. Bushra Alfaraj. Martina Tucker. Felicia Tucker. Tian Tong Shu. Junyu Zhu. Jen Wang. Ning Zhang. Teslim Alabi. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Fashion Design Graduate Program and their program director, Kathy Martin. Nancy Berenger. Ornella Santoni. Camilla Pera Hechimovic. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Interior Architecture and Design and Assistant Professor, Associate Program Director, D. Nicholas. Cassandra Bishop. Victoria Paznikova. Wala Al-Jahani. Charmeen Shahid. Dawn Bergmeyer. Brandolyn Ham. Christina Morin. Bridget Dunn. Kendra Linton. Mira Krieger. Sophia Mendez. Kathleen Vaccaro. Carly Primich. Jiheng Gu. Yiyun Liu.
I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Museum Leadership and their program director, Dr. Danielle Rice. Benjamin Baker. Courtney Engel. Yanrong Shen. Tommy Wilson. Patricia Matos. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Television Management and their program director, Albert Tedesco. Devin Winter. Kai-Shen Hu. Panusa Rengrat. Xiao Jing. Jingyu Yan. Brianna White. Gizem Yali Pepper. Eileen Johnson. Carlo Hernandez. Ian Lang. Chinwen Ai. Lily Mao. Lair Diop. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Animation and Visual Effects and their program director, Nick Jujishin. Victoria Stanton. Alexis Bloom. Jordy Miller. Juan Garzon. Antonina DeLucia. Basil El-Riyahi. Yi-Yang Han. Christopher Cerrone. Zachary Thomas. Avery Brown. Haohui Zhang. Rahu Jaggi. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree for their Bachelor of Architecture and their program director, Rachel Shade. Stephanie Lavinini. Sorry. Brennan Hayden. Patrick Gallagher. Zoe Spencer. Jeffrey Pond. Philip Quintus June. Jordan Solomonic. Samantha Holmes. Ryan Ty. Patrick Barrent. Brendan Forrestal. Allison DeMayo. Katerina Cortez. Suzanne Carroll. Justin O'Connor. Stephen Cantado. Jason Nicastro. Mary Beth Rentschler. Benjamin Giampetro. Eric Rodas. Daniel Painter. Robert Fellebaum. Malking Shi. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from dance and their program director, Valerie Iffel. Alicia Tom. Haley Robinson. Mary Stickney. Elise Mealy. Carly Bass. Sonia Budnovich. Sarah Nichols. Karina Cleffi. Virginia Thierman. Oh, sorry about that. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Design and Merchandising and their program director, Catherine Byers. Virginia Thierman. Jordan Bingham. Brooke Hayslip. Paulina Bauman. Ashley Anapolsky. Samantha Savino. Morgan Deaver. Todd Scaglione. Gina Knox. Ashley User. Samuel Eisenstadt. Olivia Anton. Alexandra Heim. Valerie Laub. Nikki Kornman. Chloe Williams. Emma Cataldi. Emily Engel. Nicholas Tessieman. Rachel Wilson. Melissa Jacobs. Desiree O'Brien. Yiling Lai. Kaylin Chen. Jawei Jag. Xinhua Wang. Winchan Chu. An Kim Nguyen. Dana Nguyen. Miranda Berger. Yasmin Baylor. Allison Citarelli. Rachel Fries. Claire Resnick. Alexandra DeFabio. Kelly Lynch. Rachel Anderson. Emily Baker. Sarah Yo. Mara Schmidt. Nicole Barriere. Ashlyn Kuntz. Carly Shapiro. Hannah Donnelly. Frances Molman. I'm pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Entertainment and Arts Management and their program director, Brian Moore. Dan Doyle. Nicole Carbone. Allison Pitts. Megan Chizowski. Caroline Chadwick. Jessa Eskin. Robert Proto. Aaliyah Oyemade. Ray Woe. Raquel Munarone. Emily Lance. Emily Egan. Courtney Fix. Ross Henry. Ryan Schrader. Sophie Hirsch. Marie Ma. Heather Hodgkins. Catherine Engel. Olivia Tim. Erin Seagal. Heidi Moy. Karen O'Leary. Kia Tierkel. Rachel Bergen. James Kapik. Brittany Smith. Corrine Weeks. John Keelas. Maximilian Frenner. John Landers.
I am pleased to introduce candidates for a degree from Fashion Design undergraduate program and their program director, Lisa Hayes. Alexa Shakti. Ariana Marie Johnson. Hannah Deglin. Elizabeth Gilligan. Joanna DiNardo. Nicole Elise Beckman. Meredith Kelly Allen. Jenna Knaus. Madeline Rose Kaplan. Elizabeth Katie Pogus. Danielle Elizabeth Rowan. Sonia Michelle Griesmer. Ten Mai Nguyen. Tien Kim To. Kei Lam. Kyle R. Westphal. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Film and Video and their program director, Thomas Quinn. Tristan Santana. Erica Harper Dillman. Pranoy Jacob. Adam Haywood Roberts. Isabel Teresa Dewanzik. Peter A. Fox. Daniel Abe. Adam P. Cohen. Jeffrey Paul Sindrick. William Joseph Rose. Sam H. Rossman. Ryan Charles Savage. Evan Thomas Suero. Stephanie Marie Hatala. Kelly Marr. Abigail Rebecca Linden Shirleyan. Beth Ann Bender. Megan Rose Hubble. Joshua Rosenzweig. Martin White II. Jacob Wilson Wetzel. Alexa Carroll. Darby Ergang. Molly Barbara Morris. Mark F. Bale. Wenfeng Ruan. Matthew Joseph Hepworth. Daniel Scott Medinsky. Anna Marguerite Pruitt. Kendall L. Courier. Michaela C. Murray. Nick Whittick Bell. Luis Richard San Giorgio. Casey John Hayes. Charmaine Danica Enriquez Cavan. Anthony John Murata. Kevin Wesley Giles. John P. McCafferty. J.P. Gabrielle Vanier. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Game Design and Production and their program director, Jeremy Fernsler. Alexa Atan Siegelman. Yui Peng Wu. Andrew Frederick Litzen. Patrick C. Bastian. Alexander Koo. Stephen Ryan Ing. Christina Bezuglova. Michael Rovner. Evan Michael Freed. Thomas Boyd Fox. Stephen M. Yaffe. Bryce Cecil Glassberg. Samantha Kayla Hill. Nishma Y. Chauhan. Jinghan Liu. Thomas M. Sharp. Michael L. Resch. Patrick Martin. Matthew Bucher. Scott Francis Belmont. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Graphic Design and their program director, Jody Graff. Marissa B. Scherer. Chantel Duncan. Brianna C. Protesto. Marissa Watanabe. Kelsey L. Gringer. Alyssa Roth. Walter Allen Terrio. Wilkes. Caitlin R. Anderson. Ellen Elizabeth Hafer. Bailey Marie Sarsky. Nicholas Joseph Kramer. Shannon Rita Tang. Jenny Bu Tang. Lauren S. Kong. Theodore Swanson. Jermaine Louise de Castro Boca. Erin Chan. Whitney J. Fernholm. Toby E. Afrin. Danielle Nicole Horowitz. Vincent Fury Dunn. Jeremy Snyder. Kevin Daniel McBride. Vivian V. Peng. Josvi H. Santos. Morgan Gelfand. Taylor S. Chowski. Bradley John DeLeon. Caitlin Elizabeth Troy. Joanna Velasquez de Leon. Elizabeth Mulroy. Gavin Joseph Buckland. Eleni Stathakos. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Interactive Digital Media and their program director, Troy Finnemore. Zachary J. Stockmal. Sing E. Wong. Daniel A. Manella. Joseph Patrick Brady. Paul Fan. Jeffrey M. Matthews. Matthew Deaton. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Interior Design and their program director, Deborah Rubin. Chelsea M. Puka. Bridget Gabrielle Linchuk. Carolyn Jane Amber. Amy Jean Cordes. Maria Fernanda Percoco. Anne Rose Portner. Madeline Page Mosenter. Alexandra Faye Yagilowicz. Samantha Violet Koffler. Aaliyah N. Walker. Jessica Manna Cacklins. Chelsea Lynn Galdi. Kirsten A. Addick. Cassandra Marie Howard. Kalechi Cynthia Chukwueke. Carly A. Cronmiller. Shu Ching Tung. Emily Zuccarini. Madeline Elise Maria. Zhonglin Fan. Yu Hao Pen. Danielle C. Sullivan. Joshua D. Taylor. Randall Hill. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Music Industry Program. And their Associate Teaching Professor, Ryan Schwab. Jacob Robert Fabian. Jeremy S. Birkin. Joshua R. Lieb. Martin D. Black. Brett William Weesey. John Prime. Kyle Y. Kaiser. William H. Zhang. Joseph M. Hederly. John Andrew Rote Jr. in absentia. Aaron Jacob Harrell. Mitchell Clark. William Lee Cook III. Andrew Lawrence Ballaroo. Jake J. Mers. Zakir Rice Carter. Jessica Hillary Bumstead. Sarah Elizabeth Detweiler. Megan E. McGovern. Lauren Haley Altman. Ryan Jacob Quint. Jared Ian Gelman. Alyssa Danielle Joseph. Perry Michael Longo. Kashish Shumsi. Andrea Fernanda Castro. Dean Michael Bloomingdale. Elizabeth Lane Rosenberg. Emma Nell Lansworth. Crystal T. Wynn. Megan Elizabeth Siciliano. Matthew Kleinman. Alex James Brutico. Ian Thomas McCann. Nicholas John DeCecco. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from photography and their program director, Paul Runyon. Rachel L. Wisniewski. Christina L. Duncan. Magda Papioainu. Elizabeth Alexandra Lane. Jane Greer Racy. Nathan Edgar Kluss. Taylor Pick. Molly Elizabeth O'Neill. Cassandra Wang. Rebecca Dare Gray. Michael Tilley. Jonna Ariel Riddle. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from product design and their program director, Michael Glazer. Candace Quinn. Gemma M. Frost. Henya Moharam. Yuden Danielle Chen. Arvid E. Roach. Zidu Lee. Anthony Joseph Farrow. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from screenwriting and playwriting and their program director, Matthew Kaufold. Madison Louise McMahon. James M. Auker. L. McKenzie. Ryan J. Fleming. Christopher Pavan. Claudio Torres. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from TV production and media management and their program director, Andrew Susskind. Benjamin Reed Forster. Neil Samuel Strauss. Sean R. Winograd. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Westphal Studies Program and Associate Dean Sandy Stewart. Gabrielle N. Canuso.
Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Today, we have paid tribute to the graduating class of 2016. Now it is our graduates' turn to salute those who have helped them along the way. I would like the parents, spouses, partners, children, and friends and loved ones of our graduates to please stand so that they may receive thanks that they so richly deserve. I'd also like to thank Lynn Riley and the players from the Drexel Fusion Band and music program director Luke Abruzzo for their music today. For those of us who have come to know you the last few years, the faculty and staff of the Westphal College, today is both one of the happiest and also bittersweet, sad days of the year. We've come to know and admire you, and we hope you've learned as much from us as we have actually learned from you. We will miss you, but as graduates, you will always be a member of this college's family. We're eager to see where your journey will take you, and we hope that you will change the world. Please stay in touch with us and tell us how you're doing. Now I ask the members of the class of 2016 to salute their professors and their faculty, their mentors at Drexel University. Will the faculty please stand? So we're coming to the end of today's ceremony, but we would like to encourage our graduates and their families and guests to return to our campus at University City for an ongoing reception to celebrate the class of 2016. The reception is located in the recreation gym, 33rd and Market, and it'll go on all day until 7 o'clock. We're also excited to continue the graduation activities tomorrow, Saturday, June 11th, with the university-wide Commencement Center at Citizen Banks Park, which begins at 10 a.m. I've been told there's ample parking. Donna Shalala, the president of the Clinton Foundation and the former United States Secretary of Health and Human Services, will deliver the keynote address. Following the remarks by Dr. Shalala, Drexel University President John Fry will confer degrees upon you graduates. So when our ceremony ends, please stay in your seats until the graduates and the stage party have recessed. Once again, our warmest congratulations and thanks to the class of 2016.